Hi, welcome to Rohani Wellness Center. Today we are going to talk about the alignment of the neck in the different positions. So I get asked this question a lot, how does my neck go into different asanas? So the first thing to know is the neck, it's a part of your spine. So we tend to forget that. We tend to align our spine and then kind of move the neck anywhere else, just as we tend to detach our heads from the rest of our body. So anatomically, again, you have the curves of your spine, so you have the tailbone going down, you have a natural curve in your low back, then right around this area it comes out again, and then your neck does this curvy spine back, so you don't really have to know the names of the curves. So usually what happens, because we spend a lot of time in Facebook or in our phones or reading, we not only do this movement, but we take it out, we take the head out, so we do this. And this is it's super contracting for your neck, and if you're going to be putting weight on it or doing strength in it, it's going to be even worse. So you can try it at home. Just take your hands right behind your neck. So right there. And just take your head in alignment. So basically imagine that your head is a basketball ball on top of a basketball player's finger, and it's going round. So you want your head to be on top of that first vertebra, okay? So you take your head back, chin back. Your upper teeth are parallel to the floor. So you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So when I say take your head back, I'm not saying do this. It's not that motion, it's this backward motion. So take your hands here, head back, in alignment with your spine, and feel where it feels soft. Your teeth are parallel, and you will feel your neck is relaxed. It's anatomically being held in its place, and it's in accordance to gravity and the way our bodies were designed. So now take your head forward, and you will feel, if you do that a lot of tension in your neck. And that's how we get those humps. We begin to do that, we round our spine, our scapulars begin to separate, and then, I don't know if you've seen it, but a lot of people have like a big ball right there. This begins to pop out and get contracted. So this is the basic thing. We all do it a lot. So retract the chin, take it back. So that's an important thing. Another important thing about alignment in general, especially at the alignment of the neck, is related to something I heard about certain cultures. They don't really have up and down, right or left. They only have north or south, or east and west. So it's about you being your center and organizing your body around your center. So you are the perceiver. So when I'm upside down, where does my neck go? I try to find the exact same position. So we usually want to have, when in doubt, go back to the anatomical basic position. So you know you're not going to harm yourself doing that. Now, that is about the alignment. That's the natural alignment. So again, you want this in almost every asana. So if you look at my down dog, or let's start here first. So if you look at this position, again, I'm not doing that. The curves of my spine are natural. So slight curve in the low back, ribs in, and that slight curve in the neck. And again, I'm not doing this. I'm retracting my chin a little bit. In this case, the teeth are slightly perpendicular to the floor, slightly forward maybe. So from here, when you take a down dog, it's the same thing. The head is in line with your spine. So here, if you're really tense, you may actually need to come forward a little and get your head through your arms a bit. So if you're tense and doing that will make you round your back and lose your alignment in your shoulders, and shoulders is a different tutorial. But if you lose your alignment in your down dog, and you begin to round and do crazy stuff, just take your head forward slightly. Ribs in, and you're still keeping this alignment. Same thing in your warriors. If you are here, I would recommend, and it's going to actually strengthen you more, if you're in this high lunge position also. Okay. The head is in the same line of the spine. Sorry about the wind. And if you're here in this warrior, same thing. So you want to keep that in mind in almost every asana. So that's about alignment. And then we not only want to keep our heads in that basic anatomical position all the time, because we do have range of motion, and we do want to move the vertebra, we do want to get fluidity in this area. So we also have to think about the natural range of motion. So the natural range of motion of the neck, and it doesn't really matter again, like when I started learning anatomy, they were teaching me the degrees and I was trying to learn the numbers, but you don't really have to learn the exact same numbers of the degrees that the neck goes back and forward. For me, it's more about feeling it than understanding it with the mind. Because when you're in an asana, you don't really know how much is 45, 85 degrees. So here, the range of motion is you can go down, which is called a flexion. So you can take your neck into flexion. And remember, there's 7 different vertebrae, so you can flex all of them. And then you can extend your neck back. For me, I don't like dumping my head back, so when I go into extension of the neck, that means going back. Again, you always want to go back into that anatomical position before moving it, because if I'm here, pressing forward, and then I try to look up, that's going to really contract my cervical spine. So, take your head back, chin back, retract the chin again, teeth are still in line, and then you begin to extend your neck back. And I'm holding the weight of my head with my hands because the head is very heavy. So if we don't have a strong neck and we're moving through vinyasas and we're doing all those crazy things really fast and snapping our neck, eventually it can cause damage, especially if we're just starting a practice. So again, flexion you can do, extension you can do, and be careful while you extend back to take your teeth back first always, and then have your hand near. So if you're here and you have any neck issues, you can take your head back. In your lunges, you can take your head back. Okay, so it's the same principle in almost every pose. We also have the lateral extensions of the neck, so you can do that to stretch your neck a little bit. Also, I just discovered recently with a friend, when he stretches his neck, he moves his head around the first vertebra, and he doesn't really extend the neck, so he's not really stretching. So notice all those little details. We have the neck and the head on top. So the neck can move, it can flex, it can extend, it can laterally bend, and then the head can also move on top of the neck. It's a different joint. And then we have rotation as well. So how much, again, what feels good to you. So that's another thing about the neck. When we do twists, a lot of times, like always in life, our head wants to go before the rest of our body. So a lot of times I see the rotations going like this. So people start rotating and they're rotating and then begin to try to press their neck back as if that's going to bring your entire torso. But if this is stiff, I don't really gain much by trying to snap my neck back that way. So for me, it's about beginning your torsion from the bottom and then twisting, especially your thoracic spine. Again, it's a different workshop on twists, but this is the main alignment. You want to keep your hips square, rotate from the bottom, from your back body forward. Ribs are twisting more, and then your neck, it's kind of in line with your chest, and at the end, you can slightly look back, okay? So again, you don't really need to twist a lot. And the lateral extensions, while in poses, again, here, my neck is in gravity. Here I begin to be against gravity. So the tendency would be to let the neck fall. So for me, this is a challenge because everyone is so different that it's hard to add a recipe. But in general, I would rather you take your upper temple up than being here and trying to look up. So you can even try that with carefully at home. If you're here and you're dumping your neck like this and then you look up, it's really going to contract your neck. So again, you're in line with your spine, and then you can go into flexion, extension, rotation, but be in line with your spine before you look up in this position. So you don't really necessarily need to look up. If this is going to tense your neck, I would really rather you look down. So I actually myself practice a lot looking down like this. So you can do your trikonasanas and you're still looking down. I don't need to twist my neck up if that's going to bother me. So basically, try to feel the alignment of your spine. So how does it feel for you to have your neck in alignment? How does it feel for you to have the natural curve of your neck and to have the head right on top of that vertebra instead of doing this. And then what's your range of motion? Inflection, extension, lateral extension, how far does it feel good to you, and rotation. So you experiment with that in alignment, okay? And then remember, from that basic anatomical position, from there you move your head. And try to do it sitting down in a comfortable position, and then you can bring it into other more difficult asanas. So I think I covered the most basic stuff. If you still have any more questions, let me know. And I hope this is helpful and it serves you. Have healthy necks and enjoy.